come on! Cursed storm.
Where are we?
Looks like the captain's cabin. But it's a total mess.
Hello? Wait, shouldn't we just...
Can't hurt to take a look around, can it? Right. Not bad.
Hey, what are you doing?
Keep your shirt on, okay?
I beg your pardon?
Till we've met the crew, we should be ready for anything.
You can't just walk around and steal things. Mr.
Drop the formalities. Call me Lex.
Lex. I'm Anna.
See? Wasn't that hard.
I think first
Hang
we
on.
should...
There's no we, understood? You do whatever suits you, but don't count me in.
Don't you see that all of this concerns both of us?
Don't you see that you're getting on my nerves?
Please, let's try and find a way to get along, can we?
If you say so. I was always better off on my own.
It's gonna be much easier for us if we work together.
We'll see about that.
I've lost my bag.
Come again?
My bag. There are personal possessions inside. When I jumped into the water, I still had it on my shoulder.
Then maybe next time you should look after your stuff better.
Well, maybe you saw it when...
No, I didn't notice anything.
I don't remember seeing you during the trip.
Not everyone can afford the luxury of traveling first class. Consider yourself lucky that you landed up in the water with a nice guy like me.
Well, anyway, do you think there are other survivors? Maybe some made it into the lifeboats after all.
I was a bit too busy clinging onto that piece of wood while the storm was throwing us around to pay attention to anything else. What's most important is that I'm alive and well.
Why did our ship sink so fast?
I've got my ideas, but I'll keep them to myself for now.
I'd really like to know what happened.
Let's focus on what lies ahead of us now.
What kind of ship is this?
You don't know much about ships. This is a brigantine. Two-masted transport ship. Couple of years old at a guess. But there's something strange about this ship.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. It all looks like it's been put together with miscellaneous odd parts. I mean, look around. Everything's kind of strange.
You seem to know a thing or two about ships.
A little.
I thought that our ship was blown far off any trading route during the storm. How could we bump into a trading ship out here?
Maybe they simply lost their way in the storm.
If this is what it looks like inside the captain's cabin, I'm not fond of finding out the state of the rest of the ship.
Not so fast. Maybe the captain thought this was the best way to hide his riches.
Riches? What are you talking about?
I just want to take a look around.
Where did you say you were heading?
Europe.
Of course, but what was your business there?
Well, what were you up to?
I'm a reporter for the daily newspapers back home in New York. I was supposed to write about Spain because their colonies in the New World are...
Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't really interest me.
You didn't say what you wanted to do in Europe.
Simple answer. I'm looking for my lucky break.
What do you mean?
Let's stop talking about me, can we please?
I'm sorry. Let's talk later.
Locked.
The newspapers are rather old. There's not much that I can decipher. Well, one of the headlines tells about kidnapped and murdered children from Laje do Pico. It's completely empty. A nightcap for the captain? It's completely empty. A nightcap for the captain? This setup doesn't look very trustworthy. The ropes are creaking worryingly. The ship that we wanted to sail to Europe, it sunk somewhere out there. Nothing but the sea. The clothesline leads behind the wall and is tied to a beam.
Maybe we should just wait until someone opens the door from the other side.
I'll be fine on my own.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
The chest is secured with a 3-digit combination lock. A wooden wall with a knothole. I wonder what's behind it. This thin wooden wall is blocked by something on the other side. This thin wooden wall is blocked by something on the other side. They're nailed tight. I can't make out what was once written on the crates. A row of small portholes. There's hardly any light coming through. The picture shows a beautiful woman. She seems lonely. The captain might summon the crew with it. This might help me to open something. A simple corkscrew. A simple corkscrew. It's got no wick and no oil. The ink is dried, and the feather looks ragged. Empty. Someone's been thirsty. The drawer is locked. The drawer is locked. As if it was looking at me. Could this be the captain? A picture of a large ship with white sails. The picture's crooked. I should take a closer look. Let's see what this picture's about. As if it was looking at me. What? There's a small key attached to the back of the picture. It shows a large ship in a harbor. The captain seems to have a thing for ships. The portrait of a beautiful woman. That's strange. I feel a faint draft. Maybe there's something behind the books. I'll take the note with me. It's a piece of paper. Someone scribbled numbers on it, and holes have been cut into it. There is, in fact, a ventilation grid behind the books. Screws hold it in place. I shouldn't drill there. Tons of doorstopper books. Tons of doorstopper books. Tons of doorstopper books. This setup doesn't look very trustworthy. The ropes are creaking worryingly. Old and rotten. Not a place for a good night's sleep. There are some soggy documents inside. I've unlocked the drawer. I've unlocked the drawer.
Wait a minute. Weren't you the one who got all hot under the collar just because I pocketed something?
I'm looking for a way to open this door. You intended to steal the captain's valuables. You really want to compare that?
Compare what you will.
I'll take the note with me. The photograph of a little girl, but the burned holes make her unidentifiable and creepy. That's a lot of books. There's no more room for them on the bookshelf. It's jam-packed. I shouldn't drill there. I can take a closer look at things with it. If I place the notes on top of one another, they show some kind of code. It doesn't seem to make sense. Maybe something's missing. This thin wooden wall is blocked by something on the other side. They're nailed tight. I can't make out what was once written on the crates. Not in a very good condition. I shouldn't drill there.
Maybe we should just wait until someone opens the door from the other side.
I'll be fine on my...
Yeah, that's...
It's just some papers. It's just some papers. It doesn't seem to make sense. Maybe something's missing. It's completely empty. A nightcap for the captain? The bottle is already empty.